MK Ultra podcast starts right now.
2, 3.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the MK Ultra podcast. I'm Marco.
I'm Kevin.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah,
How are you today, Kevin?
doing pretty good. I've been wanting to talk about like this random topic to you. I know I mentioned this like a couple gym times ago. I don't know. I couldn't say the word for it, but my dad told me this story. Okay, so a little backtrack. I was at Kohl's and I ran into this person who is family with my dad. And I'm not gonna like say names or anything because I'm not calling out people, but it's like it got me thinking that like high school seems fake, wouldn't you say?
In terms of what?
Like it doesn't. Think of like there's two things you can do in high school. You keep your nose clean or you get it dirty. And high school, what made me think about is that high school doesn't really prepare you for like what's out there. It just, in the words of Elon Musk, it's just there to see if you can do your choice. And like, you can be popular. You can be the popular kid. This person sort of like did stuff. You know, the legs were open, the drugs, the stuff like that. And she was all popular and she was all popular. But where's that going to get you in life though? Because like if you're going to do all that stuff and you go out because to me, what I did is that I wanted to get out of this funk. Of course, like I could care less being popular in high school. I could have cared less. But I wanted to get out of this funk because to me, no offense to people that went to that college, but IVCC just seems like another high school to me because everyone goes there. It's just like, oh, what are you going to do after high school? What college? IVCC. So you're just going to go to super high school? But it's just like when she finally hit actual universal college, she got beat. The reality beat her. Let's just say that. The reality hit her because all she could rely on was popularity, doing those things that got her nose dirty. She didn't prepare herself.
Okay, but then again, well, let's start at the beginning. You said you don't care about being popular, but your aim in this is that she did all this and she was popular at the same time.
Like what kind of just bugs me about this is just like, you know, you can get everything that you got.
Well, to be fair, hold on, this is a weird thing to like, be bothered about.
It just bothers me, but because I know that this person was great, but it's just like, yeah, come to think of it too, you did all this stuff, but what's that going to get you in life?
Well, you're talking about high school. High school is just madness in itself. You have a bunch of hormonal kids who want nothing to do with learning because, I mean, it's a matter of opinion, and there's some schools that are better than others, but it's a common thought that the education system that kids go through now is not that great. It doesn't teach them what they really need to be learning. It's more just read a textbook, you're going to get tested on this, and here's when the test is taken.
Doing your freaking chores. That's all that is like teaching you. But it's just like, that's kind of preparing you though too, because they kind of teach you this like one thing, which that was this kind of came in my mind. Here's your thing, schedule it out. If it's due Friday, pay. How are you going to pace yourself? Are you going to do it like last minute? You're going to pace it out. That's kind of what it taught me, because when I went to college to an actual college, not community. No offense. I know you went. I know you went there.
But a little. You kind of meant that offensively.
Yeah.
I didn't go to college at all, so I don't care.
You kind of did.
I went for like 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were there for a year.
No, I struggled with school like since I was in school, and when I finally got to, I went to IVCC. And I realized that it was just as bad as high school for me, and I'm not going to pay thousands of dollars for it. So I just, sitting there in class just wasn't for me. Mostly my thing was when we were sitting in class and it was taking notes, I'd be following along, taking notes, and I'd, write down a note, and I'd look up, and there'd be like 10 new things written on the board that I had no idea just went by. And so I'm not going to like stop a teacher and ask him to go back like 20 minutes of a session because my mind went blank and I just like stalled there.
That's also like a trigger thing too. It's like, tell me if I'm slow and if I'm going too fast. And when you do, they're like, fuck you. Fuck you. It's like, what you said.
Yeah, I went to one college class and I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. It's still just me not wanting to be there, not wanting to do homework, and I wasn't going to be thousands of dollars in debt for it. Which there's people who should go to college. It's for them. But my thing about the school system is that since I can remember, we were always taught to aim for college, aim to be in academics and things like that, and that's the way to go. But no one taught you about, unless you went to like LP where they had the working, like, I can't remember what it's called.
Career day?
No, where they have certain things like nursing and like wood shop type of thing.
Oh, the
ACC?
yes, thank you. I was like,
ACC, which is some kind of like
I actually took a class. I actually took culinary arts one.
which that's really good. That's what you should be like offered in things like high school. And
Still having trouble learning how to cook by myself.
cooking's fun, but I wish we would have learned more about even things even like me. So I work at UPS. It's a good entry level job, and it's a job that if you want to stay there, you can make a great career out of it several different ways.
But I just feel like though, because high school, yes, I know what you're saying, and I totally agree. But it's just like it just doesn't like why is it here? Why is it here? Because I just keep on thinking about that one topic. It's like, yeah, because that person did not really sort of cared, but like I also just don't like the word that like not caring though, because you need to at least. How are you going to prepare yourself though? I don't even think that like. Yes, they like try to prepare you, but this has to be on your own though too.
Well, I mean, did high school prepare you for a mortgage that you're going to have soon in the future? Hopefully.
Yeah, they actually prepare you to do half of your dang life. Maybe they don't tell you how to fucking do taxes, which that's fucking bullshit.
True, but just do TurboTax and it walks you through it.
Oh, that commercial where it's like, "Hello."
It's so easy.
the guy's like, "I'm at my yacht and at my own beach." They can't see you. Oh, they can't.
Oh, they can't.
They can't. It's just like it just kept bugging me though, and I just felt like
I think you have some weird personal vendetta against this person though.
I don't. I just feel sorry. I really do.
About why though?
I just feel like that. Like I don't know if their life is going the right way. Like
that's not our place to judge though.
I don't know. I just know that talking to you with like this like podcast makes me like let stuff out, and right. I just really and I enjoy it. Like I'm not giving hate. I just like help me understand something. Am I saying this right?
Well, high school is all about experience. I went to high school for the experience. I didn't go to learn about nouns and about verbs and about calculus. I went to see my friends in the hallway. I went to do sports. I went to high school for the experience, and that's why I enjoyed it. School's not my thing, and for some people, they really enjoyed school. They sit like going in every day, learning something new, taking notes, taking tests, seeing how well they know a subject, really focusing on something, sitting down and studying that subject. That's some people's thing. Just like it's some people's thing to work out with weights or just run a long time, and just like it's some people's thing to be an electrician and put wiring together. People have their things.
Dude, when you brought up an electrician, this got me this like one story. It's embarrassing thing for me because fucking dating apps, I tell you.
Oh boy.
I know. You want to hear it? Yeah. You want to hear it? Oh, okay. Even though that I'm pretending that
he
there's
checks the room like
it's like audience. Come on, we got no audience member. I'm looking right at you, and you're looking
Siri.
at me.
That bitch. She hears everything.
You shut up. Just flip phone over. You shut up.
When you flip your phone over, Siri can't. It's illegal.
Yeah.
At that point,
they see my ceiling. But I remember, like you always have like your bios, like, and of course you just I do like a couple things like oh yeah I like the game, theater, music. There you go. I went to this and I got this, and like this one person that I swiped on. sometimes I regret my swipes here and there. This one I do regret because she was just like she was a big fan of theater too.
Okay.
But she was like, but she had to bring up about her past life though. She's like, I used to date this one who was like really good in theater, and like now he has a meth problem.
Whoa.
There has a meth problem. So it's like, do you have a backup plan? It's like, no, I want to be theater. But it's like, it's always good to have a backup plan. Like plumbing. It's like, fuck you. And then I was like, okay, you do.
That's where undergrads come in, isn't it? You know, you have an undergrad, so you have like, I mean, take UFC fighters.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys have graduate degrees in like business and economics. Chuck Liddell, awesome guy from like the early 2000s, like the first like real UFC star. He had like a business degree, like a bachelor's degree in business.
Well, no, it's just like, I do have a backup plan in the theater world though too. Like if one thing doesn't work, I have a backup plan for that. The one thing, like this is what people don't know about theater. There's so many backup plans in theater. I'm in costumes, can't get anything. Hey, I also like created on my own some scenic design stuff. That doesn't work. I'm not gonna say lighting. I don't want to do lighting.
Oh man, lighting is. I've seen the people programming the lights for certain shows and just the step-by-step process of pause and like, you know, they I don't even know what they do with the controls, and then they set it and it's like, okay, go back, and then you have to do that
setting stuff. I was about to be like, lights and sound, go, spacebar, 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 spacebar.
Yeah, see, I don't even know what that means.
Spacebar is just queuing your next cue. Going into it, yes, because there's a lot of like, you have to learn so much like control VZ, control this, that. Like,
so keyboard shortcuts then?
Keyboard shortcuts. Yeah, it's a lot, but like my designs though, because I did this one dance piece, because your final project for lighting design was design at how many dance pieces that you can. So there was 5 of us and there's 15 dances. You had to design 3 of them. It was a lot of work, but yeah, but it's just like, there's so much that you can fall back on.
See, you're interested in designing that program for the dance, and I was always more interested in programming the dance, so choreographing.
So being a choreographer,
so that's where our two minds are different.
You don't need to program for a dance. You just listen to music.
It depends on who you are.
How do you program a dance though? Because I know like some people write down a piece of paper. You know, Dina.
Yeah. Shout out to Dina.
Amazing
choreographer.
Amazing choreographer. She had so much pages for one dance. It was like, all right, next. Okay, we were here.
They were great, though.
Look at my hand from working out.
Man, nice.
That's messed up.
Getting those calluses.
Yeah, but it's just like, how programming though? Programming a dance.
Well, not programming literally, Kevin. It's just, you know.
Oh, okay. Are you presenting to keep it in your head though, or do you want to write it out?
That's totally up to the person.
I will say though, as I tried so hard, 2 years though, only 2 years, to get us to do that one show that we kept dreaming about to do at like a community theater so bad.
Yeah.
It would have been so awesome to see what you could have done for that, for dance.
Yeah. Well, we never know.
We'll never.
I could have bombed.
We'll never know because precast. Just terrible. But yeah, so way back to that topic with the girl.
Man, you were obsessed with this.
Because it pissed me off.
Why?
Why plumbing? I don't want to do plumbing. She did all this basic stuff, and so I flipped it back to her. Okay, what are you doing? I'm undecided right now. Do you have a fallback plan? I told you I'm undecided. Okay, what college do you go to? I don't go to college right now. It's like,
yeah.
Like,
well, see, like I think I told you before, like.
I know college is expensive. I know, but it's just like...
No, that's not the point. The point is, I'm pretty sure I told you before, like, when it's easy for people when you're trying to progress in something to tell you that you're not doing that well or it's not that impressive. But then again, those are the people that aren't doing what you're doing. So, like, your screenwriting. You are miles ahead of me in screenwriting because I haven't done it, so I have no place to tell you that it's easy or hard.
It's... With screenwriting, though, yes, you can go and get experience. You can go and get a degree on that. What I just did, I just said, let's give it a try. and I am giving it a try. You just got to just
How many people give it a try though?
lots. Probably lots. The guy.
Do you think that? No. Do you think the average person you run
Probably
into has
lots.
tried to write
Probably.
a screenplay?
Well, no, not like tried, but like always thought. They
Well,
always
everyone
have
has
the thought.
a,
They
they
always
had a
have the
great idea
thought.
for a movie.
They always have that like thought though, but they're too scared to go forward. See, with me, like I like had this thought, and I'm like, would I be even good enough? But let's just give it a try. You got
True,
to.
but you had the idea to actually write a movie. People sit around and be like, "Oh
You
man,
have an idea.
I do actually have an idea for a movie. We can talk about that too."
Yeah.
But you actually had the motive to go ahead and write a screenplay, where most people just sit there like, "Man, I have a really cool idea for a movie," and it's just a thought.
Yeah.
It's not an intention. Where you had intention. Mm-hmm. So
I mean, in an easy way to get motivation, not to say anything, but have a meltdown. Just have a meltdown.
just break.
That's why I got into this because when like quarantine hit and everything just hit me, all the internships I applied to, I didn't get into any of that. Even though my previous year, so like my sophomore year, I applied to 2 places because I thought like, oh, I'll do an internship later in my year, but they're like, no, you should do one right now. I was like, shoot, everything's closed. Well, hey, here's these 2 people. Did not get anywhere. My junior year, I applied to like 10 places. No, my bad. Junior year, I applied to like 20 places. And then senior year, I was in the process and I had like 10 before quarantine hit. And it's so hard. Internships are so hard again because you can apply yourself, but someone's going to top you.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you could,
So
be
like
the person that tops.
Yeah, so all that disappeared, everything closed, and then it's just like,
Well, you kind of going into that with the negative mindset. You said someone's going to top you.
no, I don't go into it with negative mind. I'm just saying like it's tough because you can give you all this stuff, you can feel happy about it, but is it enough to get you past the finish line though, past the guy who's in the lead of you, past that person?
Well, you're talking about art, and art is so suggestive to certain people, which I would consider screenwriting an art. It is an art form, I would say, to put together that imagery.
Writing does have its own class called creative writing.
Yeah.
Creative art. There you go.
Yeah, it's not as easy as it seems, I would assume, to create a vision for somebody just by... And I mean, this is just a screenwriting. This isn't even shooting a movie. Mm-hmm. So to sit there and write and be able to see what they're picturing on paper, that takes a lot of skill. You have to know your way with words. You have to know your way with emotions to how to connect to somebody. You have to know what makes people tick in terms of sociology, psychology. If you really want to get into, real deep movies like the Joker. We talked about the Joker that one time and how it made you feel, in my opinion, it made you feel for him even though he's the villain. So that's what that traps you in that movie. It plays with your psychology.
The thing though with writing is what I found. It's really hard to do it by yourself. What I did, I would go into my notes and what was in my head, I would just type. Okay. And then when I was like, okay, I'll give it a try, but it's like I kept thinking to myself, it's like I don't think I have enough. And then that's when people who so how I got my co-writer into this, she's good at grammar. So it's like, okay, I have this ideas and stuff. Is there a way you can fill in my blanks for me? So it's like that's why that you see not one person anymore. You see like 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. So what I'm kind of thinking though is that you have your ideas, but can you fill in the blanks though? And that's probably where like people struggle with. It's just like it's like a math equation. You set it, you write it down, you set it up. Can you show your work? And can you get that answer? Because you did show everything, but you didn't get your answer. Mm-hmm. Can you somehow get this, what this answer is actually supposed to be? Can you get to the end?
Yeah. And you're talking about the struggle aspect of it, which I'm going back to saying that it's easy for people when you're trying to accomplish something and progress in something to tell you that it's either not that impressive or you're not doing that well. Mm-hmm. Like somebody, say you're on a weight loss journey, and someone's telling you like, yeah, but it's not that, just, in a way,
Yeah.
somehow trying to tell you that it's not that big of a deal or you're not doing that well. But then again, how many push-ups can this person do? Now, if you're talking to like an athletic person and they're like, oh, well, you need to do this and this, that's different. You can't tell someone who's just starting a weight loss journey to just go right into it like that, So what I'm trying to get at is that people can judge you right out of the gate, but you really shouldn't take that, to heart, because those people have no idea what you're going through. Just like it's the same reason why you shouldn't go out and like, belittle someone or put whatever it is their belief or their hobby or their struggle, put it down, because you're not a part of it. You don't know how hard it is.
Yeah. And like people just need to try,
People need to try. Take risks, yeah.
People need to try. Risk, yeah. I'm taking this risk. It's like I'm trying my best not to think of this, but it's like I'm just like gold so bad, because the place where I'm presenting it to, they go by gold, silver, bronze.
Okay.
So it's like gold. Bronze is okay. Bronze is all right. Bronze is okay. Gold. It's like,
well, when do you improve the most? It's when you fail.
yeah.
Because then you can look at why you failed.
Well,
it's
yeah,
easy
I
to
am-
dissect why you failed than to see how you won.
Yeah, I am spending more money to get the feedback, but not like a detailed feedback because I don't want to spend $300. But like sometimes maybe you need to, but it's like right now, I don't think I'm at the price range I want to be right now. I know I have a decent amount, but it's like maybe if I was at 10, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm not 10. I'm a little bit under half.
See, it just seems like a big struggle, and that's why I can't say anything against screenwriting. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I haven't tried it, and if someone tells me it's a hard thing to do, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I bet it is.
Technically though, too, you have the concept, you have the ideas, but you need someone to help you fill in the
I
blanks.
did have that
and write.
movie idea, didn't I?
Yeah, which we forgot to write it down. So
But I do remember it.
yeah, I know you do.
Someone's gonna steal it. No, they're not gonna steal it. But yeah, what was I?
Someone's gonna steal, dude. We barely have.
I have this idea.
like a minimum. We don't have like average. We have like a minimum of people watches us. Like we have probably like our average would be maybe like 20 to 30 views on like YouTube.
But again, this is just to hit record and see what we talk about today.
I know. Yeah.
What are we going to now?
You were gonna talk about your thing.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah. So
Is that what you're gonna say? Because like we had that weird pause and like, well, do we have ideas? God dang it!
pause for subject.
Pause.
But I don't know why I thought the idea of a movie that it follows a couple that you can tell they're kind of tearing apart, but because the characters are done very well, you kind of you want them to succeed, of course, and there's a child in the picture.
Oh, poor child.
So you can kind of sense some distance between the child, and I wanted it to be the male figure, the father. So for some reason, you feel this space between the child and the mother and the male figure. And to go throughout this whole movie, she's really distant. She's putting this off. You're trying to support this guy and be like, wow, you need to love him. He loves you, and this and that. You're trying to follow them the whole way as they're trying to be a family. Only to find out towards the end of the movie that it's been an affair the whole time. And I have this idea of a camera panning in an argument, like a final argument of like, where they're trying to decide.
If it's like panning, are you saying like when the camera's like it's like if it's moving
through the
around?
House.
Oh,
So they're in a room and the camera's like, just going through the house, and it goes through a sill of pictures, and it's the daughter, the mom, and the husband, and not the male figure you've been watching the whole time.
I was thinking that there's gonna be like a little panel of like circulation, then all of a sudden it goes back into the actual reality.
And it's never brought up that she's married, It just seems like they are a family that's just kind of falling apart, and for some reason you feel this distance. Well, the distance is that this is mommy's friend, who mom's been seeing for a while, who when they go out to eat, they watch movies at the house, and it's a hard thing to sell because you have to sell the idea of the husband, the real husband. The obvious cliche is just a military guy overseas, right? So this is where the roadblocks happen, I would say, in screenwriting. Where do you take this?
Roblox.
It is a big roadblock because you have to make that believable about why is the husband never in the picture. It's kind of easy to say a military guy, and that's where, you know.
No, I was thinking that the guy killed the father.
Oh, well, see, now you're talking about differences in movie types. Where do you go? Do you take that psych thriller route? Do you take a
It could
drama
also be
route?
like the wife didn't even know about the murder.
It could. And again, this is where the problem, not a problem, the struggle comes in writing things like a movie. When you take an actual risk to write a movie, I'm not going into this writing stuff down every night, like trying to think of this movie idea. I'm just saying this is something I thought would be a cool concept for a movie because in my head I can picture the scene of them arguing and this and that, talking about the affair, and then the sudden realization that this has been an affair the whole time, even though you've been rooting for this family to stay together, and they're not a family.
Yeah.
I thought that would be really cool. I don't know. Just random things, I think.
I feel like I did have like something sort of like that in my head, but it wasn't that. I was like thinking like this was my little thing, and it could be just coming off of yours, but I had this idea where like the father and the mother and the daughter sort of thing, and they go on like these like trips and stuff, but like the mother and daughter like try to have conversations with like the father, and like the father would like say like words that you believe sound like to be in the conversation, but in reality when you get towards the end it was just actually his like illusion or something, and the mom and the kid actually died, and so this was like their like last trip together or something.
Inception, isn't that? No, not Inception. Shutter Island, the other Leo DiCaprio movie. It's kind of like that. He's on the island the whole time and he's crazy, but he pictures himself as the detective searching for his wife or whatever.
I was just thinking like you know he's very sad, very depressed. But like what I was just thinking is that like this sort of happened when he was out of town, and so he just has like this journey that seems like a road trip. You know, we're gonna go to like places and stuff, but he's actually going to places that like they want to go for their just like what they had planned to do with like as like a family, you know, maybe go to Disney World or something, or maybe go to like another country, and this journey just like he takes this very long journey just to go to see their tombstone at the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because all of
I don't know if it'd be like a smash hit. I'm saying like it would.
It would hit you. This is my idea. And what's funny though, when I have all these ideas, I'm working at Hy-Vee. I get all these ideas when I'm like standing
grinding,
there.
Man, you got to grind.
Yeah, I just
Life's
have
a
all these
grind.
ideas, but it's just like that's pretty cool. But it's like the problem though too with your ideas in writing, someone must have done it. It's really hard.
So you're saying when you come up with an idea, you're almost certain that
I
someone
still-
has that same idea.
You have that feeling, but I still type. I still will type it. I was still creative.
Yeah.
I was still creative.
Think of how many songs are titled the literal same thing.
Oh no, I'm not saying titles. I'm saying like sometimes a storyline might when you're watching it's like this sounds familiar, and then like all of a sudden it's like oh yeah, it has like a little bit of like this movie in it.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and
You
Furious.
enjoyed those movies.
Oh, I love it. It's right behind you.
Have you seen Point Break
No,
with Keanu Reeves?
no.
Copy paste.
Third base. Speed.
Keanu Reeves. Speed was all right.
Speed was good. Speed was good. Speed
Keanu
2.
Reeves. Point Break is Keanu Reeves is a cop. He's a detective who has to infiltrate this gang who does robberies, and he tries to be one of them and try to, end up arresting them in the end. It's the exact same thing of Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious though, it started off with racing and then it got into
It's like why? Okay. My thing about Fast and Furious, I enjoyed the first one, of course. Everyone enjoyed the first one. The cars were awesome. The racing was really sweet. Everyone hates Tokyo Drift. And Tokyo Drift is the
best
only
one.
one about racing.
It's the best one. To me, to me, it's really hard to pick between first right now second. But number one to me is always got to be Tokyo Drift because it's so perfect to me.
You know what it is? It's Lucas Black, the Southern kid.
Yeah.
My ride, like that kid. He's a little bit goofy.
I believe he comes back though in 9. 9 is the longest one. It's like about 3 hours long, and they have like almost every character back.
He is a little out of place, which I get it. He's supposed to be this Southern kid who gets shipped off to Japan, and it's supposed to be completely out of place.
Tokyo Drift is supposed to be taking after 6 because Han, if you remember, Han goes to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Because it's just what me and my love want to do. And when you see 3, you see like that chase, and then he crashes, and all of a sudden it's like his car went up in flames. It's because this guy named Shaw was there, and he crashed and he blew it up. And so Dom goes to Tokyo because he's like, I'm bringing back Han and stuff like that because like his ashes or whatnot, whatever he was going for. And then there's that little converse because at the end of Tokyo 3, you see that race that's about to happen, and it's him versus Dom. Yeah. And so that's supposed to lead into 7.
You see how complicated was that entire story, and none of it had to do with racing. That's my problem with the Fast and Furious movies.
It started 1, 2, and Drift.
2 was a cop story.
2 was a cop story, but you at least had some racing in it. But I feel like 4.
That one's Fast and Furious, right?
Yeah, Fast and Furious. 4.
That one was all about revenge. It was just about Letty.
Technically though, with how the storyline's supposed to be, if you just crop out Tokyo Drift and put it where it needs to be, everything will make sense.
Yeah.
But I did not. I watched it in order of what years they came out.
I'll give it props. It's insanely popular. It's gotten very complex.
I actually have an idea for Fast and Furious movie too.
Hey man, maybe it'll sell.
If I get big, if I ever got big and they need writers, I have a movie for Fast and Furious, and I have 12 movies for Star Wars.
Whoa!
Yeah. I have 12 movies for Star Wars. Do you watch my TikToks?
No, I don't TikTok.
You don't TikTok. You don't. Oh yeah, I forgot. Bella agitates you a lot with it, so it gets annoying. And I understand.
Well, not just her. It's just a whole.
Oh, just so. Okay.
Okay. My thing with TikTok is sitting there, be like, "Oh, look at this video. Oh, that's really cool, man. Yeah, look at this video. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah."
So you're talking about
this video.
Our group chat.
All right. It's like, hey, look at this video. It's like, and it's just sitting there getting stuck on a loop of, oh, look at this video, and it's like 1, 2, maybe 3. I get it, and then I can move on. I don't know. It's just not. Yeah. I don't have a thing against people who like TikTok and sit there on TikTok. It's just me when you keep putting your phone in my face. So look at this video. Look at this video. It's just not my thing.
It's kind of, but like. Actually, I'm gonna come back to that later because I actually want to talk about this too. So TikTok, I got into the world of cosplaying on TikTok. So I actually just have my own Jedi.
Big market cosplay on TikTok. I see that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it also bugs me though how people are like, oh, I'm so single and stuff like that, but yet they will show off their like bodies and stuff and like cosplays, and then they get upset when it's just like, don't be rude to me when I cosplay. It's like, but you're kind of showing off some
So
stuff.
You're saying when she shows midriff, you should be able to tell her that she's hot and she's a whore? Or what are you getting at here?
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking something else.
What were you thinking?
Well, like if you some people get triggered by just the little things. You know, you can be nice and they will still get triggered.
The main thing is we have no place to sit there and judge someone. And I go as far to say I don't want to talk to people in general that I'm not in the vicinity of a group with, you know? Mm-hmm. So if we go to a cosplay thing, I'm not going to tell a girl, oh man, that looks hot on you. I don't talk to anybody.
I don't say that. I just say that's not some cosplay. That's nice. But sometimes people get triggered by that, and that does make sense. You took you took all that work and stuff.
That's people's thing.
Yeah, that's like the little things just trigger them. Yeah, but so I have my Jedi cosplay, and you know I was trying to think of a name for it, and I couldn't think of anything. So I went to a generator Star Wars name, Jedi name. I clicked generate. It gave me Ryan.
Ryan.
Ryan. Ryen. Ryan. That's it. Ryan. It's Ryan.
Star Wars has weird languages, so I'm
It's-
like Rian.
No, it's gonna be Ryan because
Put like a comma, but or a comma or apostrophe. I'm sorry, I know my
apostrophe
apostrophe
in
between the so it's like
okay.
Ryan. Ryan.
That's nice. I didn't think of that, but like I
like
put
Superman's Kal-El,
but
but he's a dash.
because I put it in Google Translate and I had English and I clicked in and it was like Ryan. Ryan, like out of every name you could have gave me, that's the first thing that just popped up. Ryan. So the idea I have is so we have the Skywalker saga.
Okay.
Anakin married Padme.
Know that I've only seen the prequels.
Okay, good. It's gonna stay like that.
Cool.
We're gonna stay that way. So we have Skywalkers. Anakin married an Amidala. What if we went the other way, and we have an Amidala story, an Amidala sequel, a saga.
So talk about her family's like.
Technically, my storyline from this is that so I am just known as Ryan. My last name is not Amidala until I learn it later in the first episode that I'm actually related to Padme Amidala.
So is this a retelling, or how's this going to be?
So this takes a decade after the sequels.
Okay.
This takes a decade after the sequels, so we're way past. Padme Amidala is my character's great aunt. Anyway, we don't know about like what her family was in the past. We don't know much in the prequels about Padme Amidala. She's a senator. She marries Anakin. She dies. It's kind of the basic points.
All right.
Basic points.
Which is what happens.
Which is what happens. But we have that. They changed their last name because of what happened. Because of what happened to the Amidalas and like this was just to keep them safe from Darth Vader at the time, stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's always been my Jedi's dream to be a Jedi. His parents want him to follow in the Amidala of being senators.
Okay.
Okay. Have I lost you anywhere? You just
No.
Okay. Good.
I'm with it.
If you get lost, let me know.
Yeah.
And so we have that, and there's gonna be this big attack on Naboo, and then he just like admires it because it's if you become a Jedi, you are not part of his family anymore. We don't want you there. We don't want you there.
Wow.
Yeah. So technically he tries his best to like hide that he's not like out practicing Jedi lightsaber moves with a lightsaber he carved out of wood. One of those like dummy things or like whatever you call it. Practice. What's the word?
Yeah, just a practice.
That's
sword.
practice sword. Okay. Practice lightsaber. So there's that. And then one night he runs away and goes to try to get into the Jedi temple. So in society right now, audition in a way. It's just that he does terribly awful. He finishes last. But the Jedi that came to his rescue when there was a big attack on Naboo is the best Jedi right now, the best Jedi Master ever. Takes him in as well. Takes him in. And so he's being trained by the best Jedi right now. Later in that episode, because I don't have the whole storyline, I just have parts.
Parts of 12 movies?
Parts of 12 movies.
Jesus.
Parts of 12 movies. I have this all on my notes.
Well, we're not going over your
No,
whole
we're not
movie
going
right
over.
now.
I'm just giving you episode 1,
Right.
and if you want to go into it, we're going to make that into an own podcast. But Star Wars Jedi Knights, we have one.
He has a string
yeah.
of notes.
Yeah,
Jesus.
stray of notes here, and the longest one is 6, and that was 6. See, I'm only up to 6, but thanks to working at Hy-Vee, I'm like, okay, I have enough to make it to 9. Another week later, I have more to get to 12, but that's it.
Well.
I'm stopping at 12 because in 12, my character will die. But
Well, you have to go through Disney for all this first off.
yeah, I know. Well, it doesn't. If Disney
They
does
might sue us off of you just saying Star Wars right now.
Star Wars.
Oh, there goes the money.
What money? We don't make money.
Exactly.
We don't make no money. But I have this. And then later in episode 1, we crash into this. I don't know where her tomb is buried. Padme's tomb. We crash into the planet where she's buried. Maybe it could be Naboo. I don't know. It doesn't really go into detail where she got buried at. I might have to do more details, but let's just say that we even if it was Naboo, it's still going to be probably far away from where he lived for his whole life. Crashes. The master actually knows about his past, but doesn't say much. And the character will go, finds his tombstone, and like, what the heck is this? Puts his hands on it, and then you get all of her flashbacks go into his mind. He has this whole like panic attack.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then
Remember, you have to focus on Star Wars lore because.
yes, it will.
But I'm just saying, like things like because I'm not really a Star Wars guy.
How dare you?
That's okay.
How dare you.
Lord of the Rings is better. It's all right.
Apologize to all those DVDs right there.
No, apologize to me because you don't have Lord of the Rings DVDs here.
Just do what's out there.
Well, why is it out there and not in here?
Because I didn't grab them.
Uh-huh.
I could probably take them though.
Because
and that's
I
my
would
collection.
any sequel or prequel they do, it has to coincide with the lore of the thing. And fans, like super fans who know all of the lore, will just eat you apart.
I at least have a storyline. I know the sequels. They're like, yeah, how can we never have a female Jedi as the main character? That's usually what I got out of the sequels, and that's what they did. Because it was like, oh, I'm Rey. Rey what? Oh my god, we don't know. We gotta keep watching. And then it's like, I was supposed to be Skywalker, and then when nine started, they're like, you're actually Rey Wan Kenobi. Okay. 30 minutes before she versus Palpatine. You're actually a Palpatine now.
Yeah, that seems way too complicated
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, so
just
like
not my thing.
I at least have like I'm sticking with this name. We're staying with this name. So anyway, he finds he gets all these flashback memories. Master's standing there. He's like, "What was that?" And then he's like, "Okay, you need to meditate on top of the tombstone." And then he goes and he goes deep into his mind, meets Padme Amidala, and finds out that you are actually Ryan Amidala. And then we have 11 more stories afterwards.
11 more.
Yeah. Oh, because also too, I missed the main topic. So you know how
Out of that whole thing, you missed the main topic.
I missed one big point.
Let's go back a little bit.
No,
and
this
think,
is just-
Hold
this is-
on, let's go back a little bit and think when we start. Let's bring up the main topic.
So
and
you
then
know,
go.
so you know how like Anakin turned to the dark side, Luke had a little bit dark in him, and Rey had. Okay, so Anakin turns to the dark side.
Well, Kevin, no, I don't. I watched like the
prequels.
and then that
Anakin
was
turns
it.
to the dark side. There you go.
Yeah.
In the original, Luke Skywalker versus himself in a Darth Vader outfit. Don't know why. Sequels. Rey gets an image of her being a Sith Lord. Ryan Amidala has the dark side inside of him, and he actually somehow, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but like the Sith Lord at the moment.
You're down to one bar there.
Seriously? We'll be fine. All right. So anyway, the Sith Lord pulls that darkness out of me, and it creates a clone of me, and I have to destroy that. The problem is that if I kill him, I might die as well too.
Wait, you're in this story?
Sorry, just because I cosplay as my Jedi, I just call
There
it.
you go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, that's a lot.
There's a lot. You know, which just comes back to this. People have ideas. Give it a try.
Yeah.
Go.
But I'm not going to tell someone go sit and write 11 concepts for new Star That movies.
That actually took 30 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, that's impressive.
You have a concept. See if you can expand it out a bit.
Yeah, no, not my thing.
Fill in the blanks. Marco, You don't need to do that. You can just say, I have a concept, give it to someone, and you'll get credit. Don't worry.
I gave you my concept.
Yeah, you gave it a concept. You
There,
would
Kevin, take it away.
Saved.
Make me
It's-
famous.
Yeah, it's saved right
Please.
now. We'll see what happens with this. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this.
Oh, what would happen with this if any of this is actually good? People, whoever's gonna hear it is just gonna steal it, and then we're gonna go see a movie. We're gonna go see a movie one time. We're gonna be like, son of a bitch, that's my movie.
Hey, famous people, celebrities, writers, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. If you,
He called The Rock. Wow,
well, because he is the most paid actor right now. So I'm just saying right now.
amazing guy.
Yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Ryan.
Insanely
It goes
driven.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, Adam Sandler, Ben Affleck, Vin Diesel. All those people. Was it Vin Diesel? Yeah. Anyway, all those people. Hey, could you go back and not copy that, please? Thank you.
Hey, The Rock does what The Rock wants. He rules Hollywood.
Hollywood.
He gets after it though. Man, he works so hard. Are you on his Instagram? Go get on The Rock's Instagram.
I don't really follow that much celebrities on social medias.
You need to
I
follow
have
The
him.
Rock.
I have him on Facebook. I liked his Facebook page.
I don't think I have him on Facebook.
But that
See, I don't follow celebrities on Facebook.
well, no, it's
is
just
my
like
thing.
it's just like with like Facebook too, with following like, and then sometimes they'll appear up. But like I used to follow Ariana Grande at the time when I liked her, but it's just like constant photos at the photos like just stop. What happened? What happened? Just one a day or something. But it's like so I unfollowed her. So I just couldn't handle it. So
It's just photos.
So it's just I know, but it's just like it's just that like it was a bunch of scrolling of Ariana Grande. It's like, but I want to see what my friends have done.
Some people just live on social media.
People just live on social media.
Well, Facebook's attractive just sitting there scrolling. Again, like TikTok, just sitting there and going through videos, sitting there going through scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sitting there telling people, hey, look at this Facebook post. Hey, look at this Facebook post. Hey, look at this Facebook post.
Hey, Batman.
Hey, Batman. But when you sit there on TikTok and it's like one video, hey, look at this video. Oh, that's really cool. Hey, look at this video. And you just sit there, and I just don't want to watch videos, and I get a little annoyed. But I get annoyed about a lot of things.
Speaking of videos, I wish YouTube had stuff for me to watch sometimes because like I subscribe to all these people because I'm like, oh, your content's great, but then you're like,
Hold on. You wish there was something on YouTube that you could watch.
yeah,
So when you go onto YouTube.com,
Mm-hmm.
at the top, what is there usually?
I don't know.
A search
Oh,
bar.
I was thinking of recommendation. Like, that's a good question. What do they recommend me?
What does a search bar do for us on YouTube?
Yeah, but then you gotta clear your
What
search
does
history.
a search bar do for us on YouTube? It makes it so we can watch what we want to watch.
Yeah, but then you can't find what you want to watch, and it gets annoying.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I want to watch different ways to split wood. You go on YouTube.com.
Why
go to
do I
search
wanna
bar.
watch that?
That's- Okay, Kevin,
If
what do
I
you want to
got a
watch?
bowl of cereal-
Hold on. What do you want to watch?
Some good gaming for once.
Look up any game you want and then look up gaming or a let's play or a walkthrough.
Dude, speaking of let's plays, Rooster Teeth let's plays were the shit back in the days.
Achievement Hunter was
Achievement
amazing.
was great.
But again,
Now they're gone.
but look, if you interested in The Witcher 3 walkthrough, gameplay, that's all you need
I
to
used
do.
to watch lots of walkthrough, but it's just like, I don't know.
I think this is a problem you need to take up with yourself.
I
This
don't-
isn't YouTube's fault.
I don't watch myself either, the videos I upload for my gaming
This
channel.
isn't YouTube's fault though.
I will say though, I do listen to us. So when there's nothing, when there's nothing good on, I will go back and watch our podcast
Yeah.
again.
Well, you gotta practice what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't that serious, but it's it's something that I like to do. Well, when I go back and look, and it's like, man, I was really mumbling right there. I could talk a little bit louder. Just little stuff like that,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't sit there and contemplate. Oh, I shouldn't have talked like that. Oh, I should have said this word and play. That's too much. It makes it not fun, and I want it to be fun. And it is fun.
Yeah. Try it. Fun. There you go.
Try it. Have you tried it?
Wow. Have you tried it? Concept. Trying it.
Have you tried?
Have you tried it?
On that note, everybody, thank you very much for listening
Damn it, I had
and watching to
something
the
to say.
MK Ultra podcast. I'm Marco. We'll catch you next time.